Hi, this is Daniel from Putney Social. We're here at the Putney Funday today. I'm joined by Jon, who is heavily involved in Wandsworth Living Streets and Wandsworth cycling campaigns. So, Jon, tell me a little bit about what you want the council to do.
Thanks for having a chat with me, Dan. What I'm really looking for the council to do is to move quicker on having a borough-wide consultation on 20-mile-an-hour speed limits. So that's looking at every single residential street in the borough and the busy shopping streets. That's, not like some of the major roads, but it would have a huge impact and I think really improve livability for everyone in the borough.
I know Putney really well. There are so many residential streets that 30 miles an hour seems preposterous. Like, you couldn't possibly get up to that speed, and I think if you did, it would simply be unsafe. How do the public kind of respond to these ideas?
Well, on the doorstep, people love the idea. I mean, in fact, here in Putney, residents are pretty fortunate in so much as the council has already done a trial in West Putney. So it's about, for Putney residents, it's looking at the other parts of Putney itself. But I mean, this issue doesn't affect just Putney residents. As I say, it's a borough-wide issue, and you're quite right that residents shouldn't have to put up with people speeding through at 30 miles an hour. But, there are some people who will drive irresponsibly. And the other thing is as well, is I think for the considerate and the well-mannered drivers out there, of course, which is most people, if you've got someone who's tailgating you, if you're driving at 20 because you think it's the right speed in that street, if you've got the law behind you, then you feel a bit more empowered than actually the bully, the numpty behind you. Actually, they can wait, and it's okay for you to drive at that speed.
And you were mentioning earlier that Transport for London are doing a bit of a review at the moment. How's that kind of impacting, and how can people get involved and learn more about that?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's really exciting this week because Transport for London are consulting on 2 new cycle superhighways through the centre of town. So there's an East-West one and there's a North-South one from Elephant and Castle up to King's Cross. Now, the proposals are genuinely fantastic. London has never seen the like of this kind of proposal before. It's the sort of top quality cycling facilities that you'd see as commonplace in cities like Amsterdam, Copenhagen. We've got a real chance to see something like that here in London, but we do need your support. The mayor will only do it if enough of people, you out there watching this, get onto the TfL's consultation page and let them know that you're supportive of it.
So if we include the URL on the video, people can read the proposal and put their thoughts in there?
Yeah, you can. If you want to go through, there's a full survey where you can go through section by section, or there's one question at the end just asking whether you broadly support the proposals or not. So it depends on how detailed you want to go to, but I would encourage everyone to respond, because we get it in the centre of town. First step there, next step it could be Putney High Street, it could be Richmond Road, it could be Wandsworth Town Centre. Let's get it on.
And Wandsworth Living Streets, what's the website? How can people find out more about you there?
Well, I'll give you the URL so that people can follow the link afterwards. But yeah, Wandsworth Living Streets, fantastic organisation. It was originally called the Pedestrian Association. Some great individuals working to improve our streets in the borough from a pedestrian perspective. And another organisation which I'm quite involved with that says Wandsworth Cycling Campaign. And I'll share details with Dan so that he can share the URL too.
So if you want to understand more about safety on the streets in London and cycling in London in general, you should certainly follow Jon_events on Twitter. So that's JON_events on Twitter to find out all the great stuff Jon is doing on our behalf. Thanks very much, Jon. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Dan. Cheers.
Cheers.